Alright folks, are you ready? After my divorce, seeing my husband walk away left me feeling like a deflated balloon. I thought about using wanting a kid as an excuse to lure him back. What's he bringing to the table? Each of his words hit me like a hammer, making my brain feel like it's on a wild roller coaster ride. Others joke that we're a ding couple, but little do they know how many tears he's been hiding like a chicken on McQueen. I went to the arcade to blow off steam, smacking the game machine until it nearly caught fire, only to lose to a kid in glasses. I walked out with a few smokes. Before I could exit, someone started knocking on my window, and I was fuming. It was a quick showdown, but before I could even react, I was surrounded by a crowd who started throwing punches and kicks. The ringleader was a local thug apparently hired by my creditor. I ended up bruised and battered, truly experiencing what it means to behave. I called Yang Wu, my brother, and drove the old van to find out Mrs. I. Arriving at his place, I thought, even if it took 3 days and nights, I was determined to get my money back. I peered through the peephole and spotted a little girl peering back. I kicked the door open. Inside, besides the girl and a woman, it was empty. Yang Wu grabbed half a plate of dumplings and started munching while I pulled out a fake eye. Before Zheng Jiumu could even speak, the woman jumped in and assured, "Trust me, I recognize this." I was just about to breathe a sigh of relief when I pulled out a fruit knife, but whoops. It slipped and clattered to the floor. I carefully washed it under the tap, the water splashing all around, while the butts on the windowsill piled up like a tiny mountain. Suddenly, I sensed she was no ordinary woman. We searched the house, but found nothing valuable. She just stared. She watched us turn her home upside down with tears brimming in her eyes, and I tossed away a half-eaten rotten apple. I was ready to sit there and outlast it, but suddenly felt something wet underneath me. I looked down to find water gushing out from the bath. We scrambled to clean up and the tension broke. The little girl finally let loose and cried her heart out. Wang Mani claimed she'd go abroad for work and promised to pay back in 2 weeks. I was skeptical. As I turned to leave, I saw her shoulders shaking, not a sound escaping her lips. That sight tugged at my heartstrings. For the next few days, I followed her through every street and alley as she sold her long hair to scrape together cash. Squatting silently, I was a storm of thoughts inside, thinking, oh no, what on earth am I going to do? Even if that old van broke down, we'd still be on foot, keeping pace. Watching the frail backs of the mother and daughter, surprised thoughts kept bubbling up in my mind. I wished I could gather the money. Later, I gritted my teeth and sold the old van as scrap. Just sell the car, what are you waiting for? Did I hurt someone's feelings or what? I handed over 2 grand for the car and the IOU to Bao Ji, but he threw the money back at my face. I felt like a carousel horse that lost its dog, picking up cash off the floor but too scared to snap. Just as I was about to lose it, my pager beeped. Wang Mani managed to sort out the money situation, and I finally exhaled. I arrived at the spot Wang Mani and I agreed upon, and there she was, the girl holding her hand, sunlight draping over them like a warm hug. Wang Mani shoved her back into my arms and asked me to babysit for 2 days, saying the cash would come later. Just as I was about to refuse, she grabbed my wrist with a mysterious look in her eye. I told myself, if you crash into the moon, at least make it a romance, right? Just figure it out. As a mom, it's your choice. But asking me if I'm okay with it, that's not even on the table. You're practically begging me. What, do you think my brother would be okay with this? I mean, how am I even surviving being this miserable? I'm not in distress because of you. After 3 days, bring me the cash and the kid too. I said it for 3 days, no funny business. Seeing the tear stains on Wang Mani's face, I finally caved in. I kicked myself inside for being weak, meant to collect debts but became a soft target. On the way back to the hardware store, the kid suddenly shrieked on the bike. Turns out his plastic flip-flop got caught in the wheel. There I was squatting by the roadside fixing the bike, while he cried, his face red and covered in snot and tears. In that moment, I felt incredibly irritated, thinking, this little rascal sure knows how to keep life interesting. But before I could finish fixing the bike, I noticed that the kid who owed money had bolted. I freaked out and started searching, chasing him through streets and alleys until the sun set, but still nothing. Just when I thought he was lost for good, I spotted him again on the main road. I scooped him up and brought him back to the hardware store, locking the door with a chain. He eyed me warily, like a startled little critter, and I tried to crack a joke to ease the tension. With a dad like that, no wonder you're in debt. How old are you, kid?
6.
You want me to dance? Watch me bust a move for you, uncle. Trying to earn my favor, he started dancing to an imaginary beat. I turned away, sighing, reminded of my ex-wife.